Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And today I'm here to tell you all about the 2018 Winnebago Minnie 2500FL. It's a great couples coach from Winnebago. Let's go ahead and start on the front here. We'll work on some of the outside amenities and then we'll head on in. One of the first things you notice is the power tongue jack. This makes it nice and easy to hook up and disconnect from the tow vehicle. Rather than having to manually crank it, you just flip a switch and it does the rest for you. You'll also see that right here you have a light, so if you're hooking up or disconnecting at night, that makes it a little bit easier. Right behind that is where your propane tanks will go. Now, when Winnebago ships these units, they don't ship them with the propane tanks attached, but it does come with two 20-pound tanks and a cover on top of that. Right behind that, you have your rails here for your batteries. This is wide enough that you are capable of fitting two batteries here. Coming right up the front, black diamond plating there helps protect the front end a little bit from some of the rocks and debris that will get thrown up by your tow vehicle. So you come around to this side, take a look at the beautiful exterior here. This is a cherry red exterior. The thing I love about Winnebago towable products is this. Their sidewalls are gorgeous. You can see the shine and luster here in the wall. And the reason is they use a T60 fiberglass, which is a high-end fiberglass. It's what you see on, your $500,000 motor homes, on some of your really expensive $70,000, $80,000 fifth wheels. And basically is what it is. It's a sheet of fiberglass rather than a roll. It comes in solid sheets. And then they use a true poured gel coat exterior on here. So top of the line, it's very similar to process and how they make a boat hull, if you're familiar with that. And as you know with boats, you can shine and buff those. It will keep that luster throughout the life of it. This sidewall is the same way. See the big power awning on there? Notice how it does cover both doors. That way, no matter which entrance or exit you're heading in and out of, you have shade, you have protection from a little bit of rain there. And because it is a power awning, just touch a button to roll it out. Same thing to go right back in. And there is an LED light strip there as well, so you don't have to get up and hang up your Christmas lights. Just flip a switch and you're good to go. Underneath that, two exterior speakers. So if you want to be able to play some music out here, great. The multimedia center that controls those is inside. However, it is Bluetooth capable. So if you have a smartphone or tablet, you can sit right out here, be able to connect to that multimedia center and control the media on your device. You do have two entrances and exits into this coach, as I mentioned. This one right here is probably your main entrance, gets you into your living area. 3 steps to get in, so the first one's nice and low. If you have bad knees, you're not gonna hurt yourself having to get in here. You'll also see you have a foldable grab handle there as well. Again, just to help with the entrance or egress from this coach. Let's take a look underneath real quick. So right up front here, you have a propane quick connect. That way, if you want to hook up a grill, you can go ahead and plug it in right there. It'll feed off your two 20-pound bottles rather than having to bring the small separate green ones. You'll also notice right here in the corner, this is a huck bolt frame. The advantage of huck bolt over weld is generally on your welded frame, the first place it rusts is right on that welded seam. So by eliminating that seam, you eliminate the chance for rust to appear there. Also, if you do have any kind of accident, the huck bolted frame is a lot easier to repair, meaning it will cost you less money. Right here are your stabilizer jacks. You have one on each corner, of course, but they are BAL stabilizer jacks, upgraded jacks. They take about a third or so to third to half less turns than your standard jacks. Now, it may not seem like a lot, but I'm telling you, when you're zipping them up and down, these are so much faster. If you take a look right down here, see your water inlet right there. That will be for your tank. Right over here is your water heater, 6-gallon Atwood water heater. That one does run off both gas and electric. TV, if you want TV hookup outside, not an issue. They did go ahead and put a backer right here in the wall for you. Connections are right underneath. You see you have an electrical outlet right there, as well as your cable outlet. And of course, that is underneath your awning. Right down below, if you take a look at the wheels, you will see these are aluminum alloy wheels. Not only do they look great, but also they won't rust on you, less chance for any corrosion, and they give you nitrogen-filled tires, which will hold your tire pressures for a longer period of time. 3 steps again to get into the secondary entrance. This one right here will get you into the back bedroom. The reason I like having 2 entrances on this coach, if you have guests that are staying the night and they're sleeping in the couch up front, which again I'll show you when we go inside, this allows you to get out. Maybe they sleep in later than you do. You can still exit the coach without waking them up, come outside, do whatever you need to do. Same thing, of course, if you go to bed later or, vice versa. Now, we didn't have a pass-through storage up front, but that's because the bed is in the back. So this is where we get the pass-through right here. Just like, you know, all your Winnebagos, it's a nice big pass-through, good size door on here. You're able to fit larger items like some of your bigger chairs as well as grills in there. Coming around to the back side, right here's the rear mounted ladder. This allows you to quickly and easily climb up onto the roof. It is a fully walkable roof, and I do recommend on any RV that you can get up on the roof to get up there, go take a look at least a couple times a year. You never know if you hit a low-hanging branch, or, you know, just get up there, check your seals, make sure everything's good. If you don't want to do it, you can always bring it by us here at American RV. We'll climb up there for free and take a look for you. Right over here on the bumper is your spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use this, but in the event that you do, it's great to have. You'll also notice you have the cover on here. That way it helps protect it a little bit from the elements. So in that catastrophic event, you know, or where you have a flat tire, you have a blowout, and you need a spare, you have that guy. It'll be in good shape. Right back here, your satellite and part cable inlets, if you do happen to have those with you. Other side of the pass-through, you can see that again, nice and big. And then coming up a little bit more, our terminations are right under here. You'll see your outlet right there. Outside shower. This does have both hot and cold access on there. You can see it's nice and coiled up, easy to use. Right underneath, you have your city water right here, and then a black tank flush as well. Welcome to the inside of the 2018 Winnebago Minnie 2500FL. This particular model is in the graphite interior. Let's start off right up front. You see they have the jackknife sofa here. The cool thing about this jackknife sofa though is the storage underneath is even easier than most jackknives. Normally you have to lift the sofa up to get to it, but with this one there's actually a handle right here. You pull it down and there it is. Super easy to get to. So I do like that they have went ahead and incorporated that. And again, if you want to get into it the traditional way, you can still do that as well. Do note that this does drop down into additional sleeping space if you have guests that want to stay the night. On both sides, you have these nice big end tables here. You'll see electrical outlet on both as well. So if you have any electronics you need to plug in, you have a perfect spot to do it. Storage on both sides, and take a look at that. You have a battery disconnect right here too. That's a pretty cool feature. It's generally something you see in, you know, higher end or more quality RVs. Even though it's not super expensive, you know, it's just an added cost that a lot of people don't see, a lot of people don't think about. So I like having it there because that way you don't have to disconnect your batteries, just flip a switch and you are good to go. Also, you have additional storage up top. You can see that there. You will have that on both sides. And then you have this nice shelf going all the way across the top with an LED light right underneath for reading. You'll also see you have windows on both sides. That way it allows for some cross ventilation. Also, as soon as you walk in the door, you see you have some additional storage right here. This is actually underneath the kitchen sink. We'll take a look. You know, there's several different access points underneath this countertop here, but that is a great big storage area, storage space you have as soon as you come in. And this bottom one, in my opinion, is perfect for shoes. Come in, kick your shoes off, throw them right under there. You also notice you have an electrical outlet here, as well as a fire extinguisher hanging out right there. So let's take a look at the slide real quick, then we'll head over into the kitchen. So you have a slide out dinette. I like this too, you know, it gives you an extra place to sit. Rather this way you have a place to sit and eat a meal. I like having the couch as an extra place to sit, but this is perfect. You can play games, you can eat meals, whatever you need to do here. And this also drops down into additional living space. So if you need that, not a problem. You just remove the legs right here from the table. Obviously you'll want to undo the safety straps for travel, but then the table here will actually sit right here along these rails. The back cushions will fill in on top. As far as storage, you can see nice big finger holes have been cut out right there. So, you know, it's a traditional style of storage where you just lift up the seat and then grab the storage bin there to open it up. The other thing I like about the dinette, the bottoms are a leatherette. That way, if you have any messy eaters, or maybe, you know, you have grandkids that are visiting, they just came back from swimming, this is great. That way their wet swim trunks aren't going to mess up your cloth, or again, if they spill, it's real easy cleanup. Windows all the way around here too to let in natural light. Your TV in this coach is actually located right over here, and this is a perfect location for it because whether you're sitting right here in the dinette or if you're in the sofa, you have a great view. The only place you really can't see it is this seat here. Sorry, if you're sitting on this side, you're just going to have to stare at your company. Let's take a look across the way here at the kitchen. So the kitchen countertop in here isn't very big, to be perfectly honest. You'll see it's not huge. It is a nice L-shaped kitchen. But what they did is they gave you every available space they could for extra prep space. They gave you both sink top covers here as well as a cooktop cover. That way, if everything's closed off, you do have good usable space. So I do like the fact that at least they thought about it there. I'll go ahead and remove these sink top covers so you can take a look. You have a double equal bowl stainless steel sink there, high-rise faucet. These sink top covers are both cutting board quality. If you want to use them as cutting boards, I do recommend flipping them over and using the bottoms. That way all your knife marks are right here, so when you flip it back over, it still looks nice. 3-burner cooktop. This guy just folds up and back nice and easily, just like so. And that'll open up your Atwood cooktop. Front one there is high output. And then you have an oven underneath if you want to do some baking. Underneath the sink here, you see some additional storage. And again, the back side is that initial storage we saw when we walked in. You have that bottom storage there too, so plenty of room there for your cleaning supplies. Then right over here, you have 3 large full extension ball bearing drawers. That way you have plenty of space for not just your silverware, but your larger utensils like spatulas, knives, things like that. Of course, a window here to let in some natural light, LED light up top. You'll also notice right here, you have an electrical outlet, and again, so you have 2 basically in the kitchen. So that way if you have a coffee maker right here, you can plug it straight in, or you have the one I showed you right at the entrance. But then over here, you also have a dual USB port. So if you want to charge some electronics, you have a place in which you can do that. Directly above, here's your multimedia center. This is a great multimedia center, Jensen, top name brand. Again, this does run the speakers outside as well as the speakers in here, and as I mentioned, it is Bluetooth capable. This is a DVD player, and it is already pre-wired to the TV. So if you want to watch a movie, you can pop it right in. You'll also see right over here, they have this nice little door. When I open that up, look at that. There's your controls. So if you have grandkids or anything, it's tucked out of the way. If you have guests, you don't have a big unsightly panel. They hide that quite well. Take a look over here in the kitchen again. You'll see good pantry space. Also, one of the things I like that Winnebago does is somewhere on the inside cabinet door, they basically give you all your weight. So if you're ever, curious, you've owned this for 2 or 3 years, and you're like, oh man, I don't know what my GVWR is or what my, shipping weight or unloaded vehicle weight is. They have a sticker right there for you. Over to this side is your microwave. This is the weight of the unit, 5,100 pounds. Again, that is your unloaded vehicle weight or shipping weight there. Directly underneath that, your hood with a light and fan. Rounding out the kitchen, right over here is your fridge-freezer combo. You'll see you have good space, nice cutout there for some taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Making our way a little bit further down the hall, take a look at this. I'll open it up for you. This is really cool. So this one right here, you can kind of do a couple different things with. If you want to use it for extra bathroom spaces, like an extra big linen closet, you can do that. I personally would probably use it for food, for a nice big pantry. Maybe you have a lot of folded clothes. You need to put clothes in here. Whatever it may be, you have space for it there. And then you get nice extra wardrobe space right here. Right underneath, you'll see a couple more extra storage areas. Again, this whole thing is great storage. In the bathroom, you'll see you have a porcelain foot flush lever toilet. Porcelain bowls are great to have because they're a lot easier to clean than your less expensive plastic ones. Right up to this side here is your vanity and sink top. You'll see you have a beautiful stainless steel bowl in there. Again, nice upgraded bowl, big countertop, especially for a bathroom, and you have a little cubby hole in case you want to, store some extra items, a basket or something down there, as well as additional storage underneath the sink. Up top here, you'll see you have your mirrored medicine cabinet with good storage, and then up here on the ceiling, you see your vent fan so you can quickly help moisture escape. Over to the side above the shower, you have a big skylight which lets in some natural light, also gives you additional headroom, as well as the shower itself with a hand wand and a built-in curved shower curtain. The bedroom features a queen size bed, and you will see underneath you have very easy access storage. The 2 struts here lifted up nice and high, that way you don't have to bend way over to get underneath. Super easy to access whatever you want to stick under there. On both sides of the bed, you see you have nice wardrobe space. You have the shelf there up top as well. And underneath, not only do you have a nightstand, but you also have standard electrical outlets on both sides, and one side has a dual USB port. You have windows all around the room. You see you have a window right there kind of as your headboard. Windows on each side for excellent cross ventilation. One of them is an emergency exit as well. You see right here you have an LED light and then some additional storage right up top. You also notice you have a vent right on the ceiling here, again to help with ventilation, and you also have TV hookup there as well.